welcome back to my channel. Ooh, y'all, I'm really loving this wig. I'm gonna have to do a review. I got this wig off Amazon, y'all. Amazon. I think I paid around, I want to say like $30. I don't know, I could be wrong, but it was cheap, y'all. But I actually like this wig, so yeah, I'm gonna do a review on that. But anyways, y'all, welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing? I'm Trinity. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I do cleaning videos, story times, and even hauls. If you like seeing stuff like that, then subscribe to my channel so you won't miss when I upload a video. Also, if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate everybody for supporting me as I grow on YouTube and for, you know, just being here for me. But yes, y'all, I just wanted to come and give like a little review on the endometrial ablation. I had it done this year, and I'll give a little backstory about me and why I had it done. Ever since I was like I want to say a teen, ever since I started having a period, mine has always been heavy. It wasn't as bad as it has been, you know, as I've gotten older and had children, but it was very heavy to where, you know, I was still bleed for such a long time, like 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. Sometimes I even go without having a period, and it was just very heavy. You know, I would mess up my clothes, and you know, it's very depressing to go through that, especially, you know, being a teenager and, you know, you can't find anybody else is dealing with the same thing. You know, you're going to the doctor and they telling you, you know, you'll grow out of it, or it'll get easier or better as you get older, but it honestly didn't. So yes, ever since I was a teenager, I've always had heavy periods, and I would have to wear the big pads. Y'all know the big pads, not them little bitty ones, the overnight ones, those. And even I would have to wear you know, tampons with, I'm not trying to be TMI, but it is what it is. I would have to do a tampon and wear those big diapers. That was big diaper pads, y'all. But yeah, so it got worse. I'll say after I had my first child, it did get worse. It did not get better. Steady messing up my clothes. I'm telling y'all, every day that I had to be on, you know, I would mess up my clothes. And then I think after I had my first child, I would bleed for months at a time, literally months at a time, y'all. Not 1 month or two. Sometimes I would go 3.5 months of bleeding, and then I'll finally go off. Or if I am bleeding that long, I have like some stoppage or whatever, like breaks in bleeding. I think they call it something. I'm gonna have to find out and put it down below what they call it, but the little breaks of bleeding or whatever, but then it'll start right back, maybe the same day or the next day. I should have wrote everything down, but I'm just going off the dome, y'all. But yeah, just bleeding for months. I would go to the doctor, you know, they would draw blood and do ultrasounds and all of that. I had biopsies done, you know, to make sure there was nothing more serious going on in my body. But you know, even with them doing that, they would never have any answers for me. And I'm telling y'all, it got so frustrating. Like, it literally made me depressed, y'all. Like, just so aggravating to just constantly bleed, and then, you know, not have any help from the doctors. They don't know anything. They can't give you any answers. They want to put you on all this medicine to try and stop it, but nothing worked. So over the years after I had my first son in 2012, I just honestly dealt with it. I would still go to the doctor here and there, and I would still get the same thing. You know, they can't find anything wrong. They weren't offering me anything, any type of surgeries or anything. They only wanted to try me on medicine and birth control. And honestly, y'all, I don't do well with birth control. I have enough issues going on in my body, hormones and stuff. I don't need anything extra inside of me. So I mean, I tried taking, you know, birth control pills, you know, if they would give them to me. Sometimes I would try to take them, but it didn't help. The birth control did not help. I know when I was pregnant, when I had my son, after I had my son, I did have the thing in the arm, the Nexplanon or Implanon, I'm not sure which one it is, but it was in my arm, and I had that after I had my son. And when I had that, I did not bleed really, but if I did bleed, if I did have a period, I would still bleed for like a month or 2 months with it. So I finally took that out about probably when my son was maybe like 8 months old. I took that out of my arm. Yeah, I took it out when he was probably about 8 months old, because it wasn't doing anything for me. I mean, it was preventing pregnancy, of course, but it was not doing anything for the bleeding, like I said. So yeah, over the years, I kept going to the doctor, couldn't get anywhere. Had my second son, same thing, it got even worse. I started passing, with my first son too. Before I had him and after I had him, I would pass big blood clots, just big like baseballs. Some were smaller, but I've had them as big as baseballs. I would mess up my underwear at work, mess up chairs, clothes, bed sheets, everything. Just bleeding heavy, y'all. It was terrible, terrible, terrible. I should have wrote this down. But had my second son, same thing, got pregnant with my daughter, and I just had enough, y'all. I had enough. I would go to my doctor, after I had her, and up this year, before I had the surgery August 25th of this year. So I was going to the doctor before that or whatever. They were still doing ultrasounds, trying to see what's going on. I had some fibroids. I finally had a doctor tell me I had fibroids and some cysts on my uterus, but it wasn't anything too dramatic, and they're supposed to fall off. Sorry, y'all. Where was I? The cysts and the fibroids, they said it wasn't anything alarming and that they would actually fall off. And you know what? When I was pregnant with my son, I had an ultrasound and they told me that I had like cysts and fibroids on my uterus, but because I was pregnant, it was normal and that they would fall off. I think I told my mama about that, and I think she said it wasn't normal, but I mean, I don't know. I just kind of went with it, because they were doctors and, all of that, and they telling me that it's normal. It's supposed to be there early in pregnancy and fall off. I don't know. Have y'all heard that before? Because that's what they told me. But fast forward, I'll say in the middle of this year, I started talking to my OB about a hysterectomy. Yes, a hysterectomy. I know I'm only 28 years old, but when I tell y'all I was over it, I've been over it. Since before being 28 years old, I've been over it. Like, I have cried. I even went, y'all, when my OB here, when I asked her for the hysterectomy, she told me no because of my age. I was too young, I'm only 28. Hold on. Okay, where was I at, y'all? My husband, my boo calling me. I gotta get a camera, y'all. I had a camera, but my kids broke it. That's all right. The next one I get is gonna be out of reach. But I'm recording on my phone, so I hope it's clear for y'all. But anyway, I don't even know where I was at, y'all. My husband keep calling me. I do not know where I was at. Where was I, y'all? I think I was talking about, I said that when my OB here told me no, that she wouldn't do the hysterectomy because of my age, I cried. I was very upset. I was like, whatever. Okay. I went and found another doctor in another city. It's like an hour away. She had really good reviews. I went and drove to her, and, I met with her, and I asked her, I said, told her everything, my backstory and everything. I was a new patient, of course, with her. And I asked her if she could do a hysterectomy because, my OB at home refused to do it, and it's my choice. I want it. I have the excessive bleeding. I've been having it. I have the fibroids and, the cyst or whatever on my uterus. And she told me no, y'all. And when I say I cried so hard sitting in that office, I cried. I was so angry. I know that they're doctors and OBs or whatever, and they want to look out for their patience, but I did feel like, because, you know, it was my choice, I was asking for it, that they should have done it. But, you know, she told me no. I walked out of that office, y'all, and, you know, walked back to the car. My mom was sitting in the car because she went with me, and I came out and she was like, what's wrong with you? And y'all, I was just boo-hooing like I had got some bad news. It was bad news. It was bad news, but I told her, you know, after I calmed down or whatever, I sat there, y'all, just gathering myself for a long little time. But I finally, you know, told her, you know, that she told me no, you know, because of my age. And my mom was like, you know, she figured that they would say that, you know, because of my age, you know. But my mama was supportive, y'all. She still went down there with me. So shout out to you, Mama. I love you. Mwah. But yes, y'all. So I went back home, y'all, and tried to, you know, keep working with my OB, you know, to find issues or whatever. My PCP gave me medicine. I was taking like, I was taking, of course, metformin. I've been taking that. I'm not taking it right now, but I was taking metformin. I'm gonna have to find the name. Some other stuff, y'all. It was some other stuff they gave me. I'll look up the names. I know one of them were called like medroxyprogesterone, and it was another type of progesterone that I was taking. Yeah, I was taking so much medicine and none of it was helping. Like, none of it was helping. I stopped taking that, and I know my OB, she even gave me some medicine. I'll have to find the name of that too. It was some little pills that she told me to try and take to stop the bleeding. Y'all, nothing helped, nothing helped, nothing helped. Nothing helped. And so finally my OB, she gave me 3 options. One was birth control, the thing that they put on the inside of your uterus, whatever that thing is called, that. I told her no, I did not want that. I don't want any birth control. They tried me on a lot of medicine. The medicines did not work. So the other option that she gave me was the endometrial ablation. And, you know, I didn't know what that was. So, of course, she gave me pamphlets on it. And then I went home and did my research on it. And so I went with the endometrial ablation, of course. And if you don't know what it is, you might have to just Google it. But basically, they I think it's 3 different ways they can go on the inside and burn the endometrial wall lining off. I don't know which method. I can't remember which method they use to do my procedure. I should have looked and wrote all of this down for y'all. I'll do better next time. But yeah, so I think it's 3 different ways that they can burn that endometrial lining. And what's supposed to happen, the way she explained it to me, is once they burn that, you know, you're not supposed to have a period for a while. I want to say she told me like 2 years, I think. I could be wrong, y'all. That's why I say you might have to Google it. But they're basically just burning that endometrial lining, your wall. They're burning it to where they're, you know, burning all it up and there's no more blood, you know, to shed. So I chose that, and we went with it. You know, we set a date, and which, like I said, it was August 25th when I had it done. And she told me that if it did not work, but wait, let me back up. I'm sorry, y'all. I know she said that the bleeding is supposed to stop. I want to say she said 2 years. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if it's something different. If Google is telling you something different, or your doctor is telling you something different. But she did tell me that it's a possibility that the surgery might not work. You know, what worked for some don't work for others. Everybody know that. So she did tell me that. And she also told me that the uterine wall lining can grow back. I don't know how quick it can go back, but that's why I say do your research, talk to your doctor, do your research so you know a little bit more than what I know. I went in, it was very quick when I had it done. I went into the hospital. It was an outpatient procedure. I stayed, you know, after for about, I want to say about 4 hours in the recovery, just so they can watch me. And when I tell y'all, I was sore. When I was looking on Google, they said that it was very simple. It's not supposed to be so dramatic. I think the recovery time, from what they said on Google, is like 2 to 4 weeks, I think. But when I woke up, of course, I was in pain. I was cramping very, very badly. It almost kind of reminded me of the labor cramps, in your butt and vagina and all of that. It was awful. I was in a lot of pain there or whatever. And of course, my OB gave me pain medicine. She gave me 2 different kinds. One was stronger and the other one was not as strong. After surgery, when I got home, y'all, I'm just gonna say, it's so much discharge. And she warned me about it, but I did not know that it would be that much. You're gonna need, if you want to do pads, I did pads and panty liners, but it is so much discharge going on. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, and it lasted so long. She told me that I couldn't have any sex for I want to say she said 4 weeks, but the discharge lasted longer than 4 weeks, y'all. And I know it's TMI, and she told me that it would have an odor, and it had an odor. It's very strange. I took so many showers, but it is what it is. It's a part of the surgery. If you're having it done, pads, panty liners, lots of showers, vagina wash, all of that, you're gonna need it. Loose panties, you're gonna need it. Comfortable pants, you're gonna need it, because with all that going on, you're not gonna want to have on anything tight. I know I didn't. It was a rough. I think I recovered for about 2 months, y'all. It wasn't so much as pain for those 2 months. It was, the discharge, and there was a little bit of, just a little bit of spotting going on in it. And I want to say after that, maybe about a week or 2, maybe 2 weeks after I had the procedure done, the spotting increased, and I got so upset, y'all. I was so discouraged. I was texting my mom and letting her know, like, this surgery is not working. It did not work. I don't know what's going on. She gonna have to go ahead and do this hysterectomy, because I'm not gonna keep dealing with this bleeding. But it kept, being like a little bit more spotting. And then after that, like, I think when I hit week 3.5, maybe 4, week 4, it was like a regular period. When I say regular, I mean like a normal, not my normal period. Mine is heavy and blood clotting and all of that, but it was regular, like when I wipe or even on the pad, there was just like some blood, like a normal amount of blood. It was regular, so I was like, okay, it's not bad. It's not what I usually have, so I'll take it, but if this don't stop real soon, I'm going back to the doctor and she's gonna have to do this hysterectomy. But I honestly cannot remember when it stopped, y'all. I just kind of dealt with it for like a week. I dealt with that regular period or whatever, and then it eventually stopped. And after that, I didn't have anything. That was still, of course, discharge and stuff going on. Let me stop playing with this hair. I like it. It's okay. Yeah, there was still discharge and stuff going on or whatever. And I say when I hit month 2, there's nothing.
Oh my God! Wow!
Nothing. I don't even know if I had a period in October or anything. I know for sure I didn't have nothing in November. Nothing now. So I want to say maybe September was the last I saw something. I guess the endometrial ablation surgery, I guess it worked. Because I'm honestly fine now. I have felt a little a little bit of cramping, just a little bit. It's nothing serious. I feel it here and there. I don't know if, any bleeding is gonna come. Nothing has happened, and I'm so grateful. I thank God, that the surgery is doing what it's supposed to do. I do know that if, the bleeding comes back and it's still aggressive like it was, like it always has been, then I'm just gonna go back to my OB and get the get the hysterectomy, because she told me, I forgot this, my OB told me, and she asked me when I was at the hospital when she was getting ready to do my surgery, before they, wheeled me back and everything, was I sure? Because once she does the endometrial ablation, she can't go back and insert the little thing into your uterus, the birth control into your uterus. She can't go back and do that. So I was like, yeah, I'm sure, let's go ahead and get this done or whatever. So that's why she said that if it didn't work, she would do a hysterectomy, because she can't go back, once she did the endometrial ablation and put that little thing in the vagina, the little birth control or whatever it is, y'all.
What?
I should know this. I'm a woman. I should know this. But it's so much, y'all. It's so much. But like I said, I'm happy right now. I'm so happy. It's easier. Y'all, my husband, he happy too, because it was, look, all that bleeding that I had, y'all, it interfered with my day-to-day life, my married life with my boo, just everything, daily activities, like everything. So it's been really good, with the endometrial ablation. If you're having any type of bleeding, I don't care if it's bleeding and it's just lasting a couple of weeks, more than, they said the normal amount is what, 3 to 5 for some, and some like 7 days. Even if it's 10, 12, 14 days, I would still talk to my doctor, about your options. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you, of course, to get the endometrial ablation, but do your research, talk to your doctor, know your options. I'm happy with it. Like I said, if I could have done it sooner, I would have, but I did not know about it. Knowledge is power, y'all. You got to do your research. You got to ask questions, because I did not know about this. I wish I had have. But yes, talk to your doctor if you having any type of problems. It's not normal. And doctors would always tell me, that it was, normal. I would grow out of the bleeding, or it'll subside. I even had them tell me that after I had children, that it would subside. It would go back to the normal way from, it'll revert back to its normal way from before I had children. And I'm like, well, before I had children, I was still having this problem. It just wasn't as aggressive as it is now. So having kids didn't regulate nothing. I would still skip months of having a period. And when I come on, I would, bleed for months. I never knew when I was gonna come on. It was a mess, y'all. It was a mess. And I do know, that's why I said a lot has been going on. I do know that, I don't know how long this video gonna be, but I do know that a lot of the bleeding, I feel like most of it, or some of it, half of it, is weight related, but no, I don't. That's a lie. I mean, it can be. But of course, when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I was a lot smaller and I was still bleeding like crazy. So no, but I do know, if you're healthy in your body, your weight is under control, stuff can be better. I will say that, but I'm not a doctor. But yeah, y'all, that's my story with the endometrial ablation and all the bleeding, y'all. I lost so much blood over the years. My iron has been low. After I had the surgery, I had to go to a hematologist the next day and get iron infusions. I had already had that scheduled before the surgery, so I had to get iron infusions. So much was going on in my body, y'all, but I thank God for keeping me safe through everything. It could have been another way. It could have been something worse, something different. But yeah, I really thank God, you know. But y'all, that's my story. I know this video is probably long. I don't know how much time, how long I've been recording, but yeah, that's it. Like I said, if you have problems, don't let them tell you it's normal. Get a second opinion, find a new doctor or something. Don't travel like I did, y'all. But yes, yeah. Don't suffer. I will say that. Do not suffer, y'all. I suffered so long, so many years. So many years, y'all. I've suffered. I really have suffered. Yeah. Don't suffer. Go to the doctor, y'all. Get you some help. Get you some relief. It's miserable, I know. I know, but that's it, y'all. I know this video is probably long. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you are new here or whatever, if you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. I'll see y'all in my next video. I'm gonna do a review on my little wig that I found on Amazon. It's not the first wig I found on Amazon, but yeah. But yeah, y'all, that's it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.